I don't get too many submissions, I'm just going to go through some games in the Indie Game Clinic Discord server that I'm on and just get them that way, because there's plenty of things to review here. I'm just still getting set up. I shouldn't have clicked live. I just don't know what I'm doing with this. This is streaming stuff yet. Let's get into that jam somehow. Here we go. Submissions. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to play a random one from the queue just to get started here. Just poking around looking for something appealing. New Year, New You. Looks great. I'm only playing games that are playable on the web as well. New Year, New You. What the new year brings you will depend a great deal on what you bring to the new year. It's 1 hour until New Year's. You've been invited to a party by your close friend, but there's only so much you can do in the last hour before the clock rolls over. What will you choose to do to start the new year off with a bang? So we've got W and D to move, Z to interact, shift to run, and it's a Godot game. Great. Nice menu presentation. Thanks for letting me control the sound settings here. Endings. I'm curious what endings is, too. One message received. Hey, it's Shauna. No, it's late, but party of mine's still running if you want to come. I don't know if I'm going to voice this whole thing. Might stop here pretty quick. Pixel art looks great. Okay, so if I talk to some people, it's going to kind of like advance the game. The couch is covered in potato chip crumbs and spilled beverages, and yet you're still tempted to sit back and watch whatever trash is playing on TV. Some trashy GTV dating game show is playing on the TV, even though no one is watching. All the contestants seem to be going on blind dates in a large red and black bus. They seem to be voted off based upon their gaming prowess, whatever that means. I will be frank that I'm not a narrative game player, so maybe I should have been more careful clicking on this one. The sound design is really nice with this. So I'm kind of seeing what I can do before passing some time. Just kind of poking around. I would really like to be able to skip the dialogue at least. Like, not the whole thing, but like if I press Z, it should like go to the end of that line. And then Z would advance and then go to the next line again, that kind of thing. Alright, well, let's talk to somebody. Lexi. Nice. Smoking cigarettes in the bathroom. Chugging grape sodas. I'm wondering what I'm doing in this game. I think it just because, again, I don't play a lot of narrative games. This might just be an experience that I'm getting through. So the countdown is like we're counting down to midnight. It's December 31st, 2000X. Hello. I'm playing this narrative game right now. I decided I'm not reading all this text out loud. But we're just talking to people to get through to midnight. What did he say? Now I'm just not sure if there's not many decisions I'm making. They used the whole grape to make this grape soda. Yeah, I'll never start my voice acting career by like reading one like little bit of script and being like, man, I'm done. I don't think anybody wants that. I think what they're doing here is everybody's got, I forget how much it moves. It's moving like 4 minutes at a time, so there must be like 20 lines of dialogue for everybody. And based on the minute, you're getting different dialogue of who you're talking to at a certain time. I'm gonna pet this cat till midnight. Three, two, one. Nice. So I'm assuming we got different endings based on like who you're talking to and stuff like that. This is narrative maxing. Okay, and just like the ways you play it are different. I wonder what the cat ending is. I thought I did the cat ending. So maybe like I have to talk to people in the right order to get the cat quest running or something like that. Anyways, I'm going to be playing some games from the Indie Game Clinic server for people who posted some, and I'm going to play games for people who have commented on mine. That's what I'm doing today. So this first one, this one's super popular. This was from the cheap. I don't think there's too much to be playing here because it's a clicker game. But this is one that somebody made where it's a massively multiplayer game where you click as much as you can, but it's aggregating them from the whole community who's logged into this. Yeah, I think working on your own games is a sensible thing to do there. What I loved about this is that like I was clicking a bunch at first, and I think it's gonna give me a message like, hey man, slow down, give your fingers a rest or something, and it actually forced me to stop clicking. But super addictive. I think what I find the most addicting about this is this rank here, where I can actually see my rank increasing the more I'm actually clicking on something. And I'm surprised I'm even going up this high this fast for how late in the thing it is. But I think it's gonna reset maybe every day? Because I only see 7 hours left there, and I think there's a lot more time in the jam to submit. Well, I think it's great because the games that both y'all made were very both excellent. So I think that was a good thing that happened. Is there latest click print? What is that? So is this me? Is this how much I'm clicking? It must be, because I didn't click a lot at first. I clicked a bunch in the middle, and then now I haven't been clicking at all for a while. Got a nice lo-fi beat. And I have, what, 570? Somebody's got 97,000. So I'm not doing that. Oh, I can use space bar. It's still giving me a break where I can't play anymore. I can change my name. I love this wiggly font. Cool. Well, I just wanted to poke at that one. I think that's doing what it says on the tin, but this one's like super popular already on itch. Next up, this one's called Knights on Bikes by Tall Spatch. 1 million. Good gravy. So move the yellow-orange speed slider with your mouse to set your power. Left click on an item to eat it. Okay. Right click on an item to toss it away. Alright. So I can also use WS or arrow keys to set the power. I think I'm just going to have to play some. Can I maximize this? I don't think so. I can zoom it in a little bit, though. To start racing, change the slider. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Like, this is just a wacky game. What is happening? I need to read the directions again. Because, yeah, I can max this sucker out, but I guess I'm using up all my energy here. Okay, so I'm kind of like buffing myself with food, and I got to make sure this doesn't go to 0. So if I have an excess, I'm going to click a little more, I think. I think it's about getting this number in the middle. Kind of close there. I was missing actually picking up stuff, though. I'm getting smoked. And so the countdown is my energy level here. Bonked. I got bonked. I got no energy left. I'm going to do that again. I just got to look at something real quick. I got a chat plugin working for this, but I don't think I have it set up correctly. It's like it clears out the stuff after not too long. If I can't get this working real fast, I'm just gonna get out of here. I'll worry about it later. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. So move the slider, left click an item to eat it, right click to toss it away. Oh, because the things are heavier if you have too much. And then WRS, cancel it down, automatically. Ooh, draft off your opponents. Okay, that's a good tip. I'm wondering, like, should I be changing lanes? I guess I'm not in control of changing lanes. It's kind of doing it for me. So the trick of the game is to stay in the draft zone here. Probably shouldn't have thrown away that pig. I don't know if that's a croissant or some kind of leech. Good gravy. Oh no. Okay, so the pig's kind of... I don't like the pig. Alright, I'm going to do it this time without eating pork. I love the worm guy racer. I can see a minotaur. I don't know what that guy is. It's kind of like a spaceman or something. So my strat here is to stay as close as I can to the front of the pack, not get too far ahead. Oh, we got this. Yes. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love this. I had trouble. I think what I was struggling with at first was like not sure if I was moving or not. I think it's especially because I'm seeing the drag line. I think it's great, and I get it now that like my only controls are really this knob here in the food. But seeing the drag line as like one little line, I was like, oh, how do I move to get behind it? And the game's just kind of doing that for me. But I was a little confused on what I was actually controlling here. But once I figured out it was just the slider, the bar, I think that's pretty good. I found whenever I did this pork, it's just like it sticks around way too long, and it fills up my whole belly. And I feel like that's like screwed me every time. Like I'll do it here, but I don't know if it's gonna help much. Because like I can't eat anything else. Just seems like overall it's like not a good consequence. But then again, I wasn't playing with this stay with the front of pack kind of view. Yeah, it's dungeon monsters. I just don't know what this guy is. Dungeon spaceman? I don't know. But I love it. Love the pixel art aesthetic, color palette, the little elevation map. I think this is different each time too, so you get like a little different experience as you go. And just overall a wacky idea. So I love that kind of stuff. That was Knights on Bikes. I'm not rating anything on the stream. I'll do that afterwards. What else we got? This is Encore World Tour from Noggin Frog. Survivor-like rhythm game. Oh, it's a download though. Yeah, I'm not gonna play because it's a download one. Punch Down from Crate House. A boxing game inspired by Punch-Out. Heck yeah. Jab, punch, dodge left, dodge right, up for block. Okay. And try to remember those controls. It's a little loud. This is spooky looking. I think it's loading. Oh my gosh, weird. This is such a cool looking perspective. Okay, punch. I don't know much about boxing. It seems like punch and jab is just punch with your left or your right, but maybe that's what that is. I'm trying to do the punch out thing and seeing if he's gonna attack and I have to dodge out of the way. I think that's what that, there's like a telegraphing, I think. A little red ball. I just was too slow on it. Okay, I dodged that. And I think that's my energy up there in the upper left. So I'm out now, so I don't want to punch or I'll faint. I got a little back. If I hold down up, I can attack a little faster, it seems. Oh. I like that for a game jam, they at least got the telegraph in there, even if it's not like an animation in the model. There's at least something that lets me know. Because that's super important for these types of games. I thought I was dodging. I feel a little more sluggish than I should be here. Like that, I totally dodged out of the way. It's like there's a little bit of lag in the animation and everything like that. Am I getting up? I'm hitting buttons. Okay. Oh. It's like the most boring fight they're probably watching. The audience loves it anyways, though, I guess. Maybe I can't dodge left when it's on the left hook? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think the left-right matters, I guess. I'm not sure what the countdown yet is. I guess it's just like the normal countdown in a boxing match. Or maybe like my number, my energies that count down. I feel like if we were doing it to adhere to the theme, it's like make the round time like super big on screen or something like that. So block is up. Okay. Whoa. A big boy. Okay, he doesn't have the telegraphing. Alright. He does a reliable punch combo. There we go. I would hate to be punched in the belly this much. Maybe it feels good. Who knows? You like the Pillsbury Doughboy or something. El Chupacabra. I think that's what was on his belly. I'd love to see those names like more prominent. Like his, if his name was like up there on the top or something. So his trick is he's got a very predictable left, left, right, and then I think I can just punch him super fast on him. Yeah, I think the big thing I'd add to this game is just when I'm dodging left and right, like make it faster. I feel like it's very slow as I do that. Could also be like an input thing on the web, but it's like I don't even know if it's the response time. It's also like the animation feels slow. I should be like, oh my gosh, it's like a Dalsim kind of guy, I guess, from Street Fighter. He's so tall. This looks very hard. Like if I was punching this guy, it would hurt my fists. It'd be nice there too if I do have to like tap a bunch of buttons really fast, if on screen it was like tap A and D really fast or something. I'll do this last one. Just whoa, okay. This guy's like a mutant. He really doesn't like me punching him though. I don't think I've really blocked this whole time either. Yeah, I think so too. Like they're all like super distinct. I wish the main character was somebody though. I get that it's a jam and like getting the, I think that's like the default Unreal guy in there. I almost got him. Wow. Who's the relatable everyman? This guy? This big guy? Or are you talking about this guy? The Unreal guy. I'm wondering. Punch Out NES. So that was Punch Down from Great House. I love the Nintendo game. I'm trying to think about like Punch Out Long Play No Commentary. I don't know if I can get one of these. It's not a speed run. I can't even get that to work. Okay. I was playing another similar Punch-Out game too, and I'm just wondering like what... They both were kind of missing like the speed of the character dodging. I think what I really like about Punch-Out is how reactive they are to what you're doing. So when you hit Glass Joe, like it feels good. Like the sprite's pushing back, and he's got like a real response to it. So it's like you get confirmation that you're doing the right thing. And when you aren't doing the right thing, when they're blocking, it feels like you're like reflecting off of them or something like that. So I think that's one part of the magic. The other stuff is, I want to see Little Mac dodging here, because it's like, it's instant when he dodges. The eyebrows. The muscles. Yeah, it's like there's a little bit of animation there, but I think it's like a frame. It's not a really slow thing. So it's kind of like important that it's almost like the frame they're punching, you can click to the right and you instantly go off to the side or something. Yeah, see you later. But I don't know, that's what I would think for these types of fighting games is like one kind of like focusing on making a hit feel really good. I think that game was getting a little bit of it with the belly, but it's also just like the speediness of the dodge. I think are the two things that were kind of missing in that one a little bit. Okay. Next up, this is No Higher Ground by Catapult Ridge. So, global catastrophe is here. The island is sinking. There are tidal waves and storms everywhere. Rescue is coming, but there is room for only one person. Yeah, I agree. It's the same thing. It's when you shoot the wall, you actually see the bullet marks, right? And you feel like you're actually making an imprint on the game itself. Because otherwise it just feels kind of like loose sometimes. I do think in that game, like when I was hitting a guy in the belly, he felt it. But it's like it's also sound effects too, just to feel like it's really crunching through. So press any key or button or so. I'm clicking with my mouth, so nothing's happening. But I think it's because I need to press a key on my keyboard. So I've played this one a little bit before. You're a dude here, and you are trying to survive the apocalypse in a 300 people left alive kind. Trying to stay away from the lightning bolts, the meteors, the earthquakes, the tornadoes. I think this is what like half the world has been experiencing this year so far already. Those meteors are looking good. This is definitely giving me like Newgrounds kind of vibes. Oh. I got sucked into the earth, fell into a rift. I'm going to get to number 1. For the game I was working on where you're like a guy who's cleaning up trash to let a rocket out, somebody was shooting the rocket in a playtest and was like, oh, nothing's happening. And I had that, and that gave me the idea, like, oh yeah, if you shoot a giant missile, it should blow up. So I put the code in to make that happen last minute. But then also the second I put in a sound effect that sounded like pling pling, like tinking metal, it like brought it all together and made it feel so much better. So it's another one of those like just reactive things, adds so much to interactions in a game. Uh-oh. A little bit of a hiccup there. I think... Oh. The rift got me again. It's so sensitive. I should be able to hop across that gap, right? How could I fall in there? I think if the end of times ever does come, like, I'm just dead. I'm just gonna die. I think that's what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know if I'm even gonna try that much. We'll see when it gets here. There's all these scenarios in, like, Left 4 Dead and... Not Left 4 Dead, Walking Dead and every disaster movie. People become roaming bandits and... Ugh. Struggle to fight for their survival, and I feel like on day one I'd just be like, I don't have the energy for this. Just take me now, Serenity now, or whatever. Yeah, there you go. Just walk off a building. That's a good plan. And then, like, you'd be helping everyone out because you'd be a zombie with broken legs, you know? That's just being a good Samaritan. I just know if the zombie apocalypse ever came, like, I'm in trouble because I can't control my little dog. Like, they would just be barking non-stop at everything, and I couldn't get them to shut up, and that's what would, that'd get me. Survived a number. Oh. I feel like the rift needs a little bit of forgiveness in it around the corners. But I know to stick away from it. Almost like if like you could walk over this or something, or even if I could walk over here. But I feel like if I just barely touch the tip of that thing, that's the end of it for me. It's definitely not too easy. It's taken me a few times to get to number 1. Which I will get. I'm confident. Whew. Oh, it's me. I'm alive. Uh-oh. But that doesn't mean anything, does it? No! I want to win! I don't want to die, I want to win! Oh. But rescued, never alive. So I guess that counts as a win. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I think the only thing I'd add is just like a little bit of forgiveness on the earthquakey stuff. So this is a stoned F for 4 minutes. Get extra time for submitting correct clues. Discover what happened. Hyperscope E-Center. I don't know what a Hyperscope E-Center is, but that sounds cool as heck. Hello. Quick, we're missing crucial information about the E-Center. The company is called blank. It was co-founded by blank, blank, blank. People are about to blank. What? I don't know. Okay, we're looking on the computer. Okay. This one's going to take me a few tries. Company is called, it was founded by, people were like mad about the something like that I'm trying to figure out. Open for All, I think is the name of the company. That's what I'm going to guess right away. How do we get that back? Open for All. Hey, it was right, and it gave us some confirmation. That's good. Book meeting with the future buyer, transfer money to BOH. I don't know what that is. Buy one-way plane ticket. All right. Looking for a MILF. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got Wikipedia. Do my own research. Bees? I wonder what this is going to do. That's lorem ipsum text, I guess. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe I can look up a password or something. I'm going to think the password's under not important. There's nothing in videos, right? Because it's 0 kilobytes. Pump up the jams. Oh, it'd be so cool if I could actually play these. I don't think I can. I'm seeing a pointer, but damn, that's a big file. All right. Pictures. We got my beloved Toby. I bet that's the password. I bet the password's Toby. We're in. We're in. Okay. So now what are we doing? We're looking for, it was founded by blank and blank. So I'm thinking whoever I just logged in as is who the, like, Saltman, but I just kind of forgot about it. Forgot the name already. Jane Deere and John Deere. Everyone else is replaced, so mad about the replacement? I mean, it's like the firing, the rehiring, turnover. I don't know. Come back to that. So we've got our employees. We got the password. Oh, I wish the windows would, like, stack on top of each other when you focused them differently. That's a bit of a bummer. What if we search for Sage Farrell? No, that's Lorem Ipsum. I'd almost rather it just said, like, 404 or something, rather than Lorem Ipsum on stuff. Because I'm not even sure, like, what this is for now. Am I supposed to type in every person in here? I also need to log out because I don't remember who I logged in as employee management. I think that was important because that must have been the boss or something. We are less than 60 seconds here. Uh-oh. Oh, recycle bin. We were looking at that already. Are they mad about the new tools? New tools? No. Mad? Fired? Replaced? Oh, goodness. I'm gonna do that again. Oh. Okay. The whole ENC center blew up. That's nice. 1 second. I'm gonna look at something real quick. Yep. Box. And I have like a chat box in this chat now, and I'm just trying to figure out how to like make them last or something. There we go. I think I got that fixed. All right. There are hints if I get stuck, but that's okay. I'm going to get it this time. A restart would be really nice on this screen, so I don't have to just refresh the game. All right, here we go. Company is called Open for All. Maybe an AI jab, I'm not sure. So M. Saltman, I'm going to think is maybe the owner. M. Saltman. It's kind of hard to know, like, what counts as valid and what doesn't here. I mean, the green is all there. I like that. I just don't remember if I even had to press enter to sort of validate that. Toby was the password. So there's dates here. Oh, they're in, like, I don't know, the non-US way that dates are done, which are actually better, I think, but it's day, month, year. So these were the last replaced people. It'd be helpful to know, like, what day it is today, I guess. And Jane Deere and John Deere are working. I mean, I could assume that they're the founders, maybe, because they're the only ones left. I just don't know. Maybe it's only going to validate this when they're all in there. I was feeling very empowered with, like, finding the guidelines and the company name. And then I liked that I found, like, Toby, and I guess that was the password. That felt good. Other than that, I'm feeling very stuck here. I want to transfer money to BOH. What is BOH? Transfer? No. We had these pictures. There's little old Toby. That icon's not doing much. Pump up the jams. Pump 'em up. I don't know the words while your heart keeps bumping. And I can't do anything with Wikipedia either. I'm gonna need to cash in a hint because I can't really tell what else I'm doing here. Oh, I can kind of slowly. So we have Martin Saltman. How would I know that? Because I got the M Saltman. Just looking for any, like, where would I even get Martin Saltman from? It's gotta be this Wikipedia, but I can't type in the right thing. So if I did like M Saltman. Okay, just Saltman was good enough, and that got me here. Oh, and we're dead. Just kill me now. Okay, let's try again. Trying to just use the minimal hints here. Alright, so open for all. And we had Martin Saltman. Okay. Toby. The password. I think that was just Godot font issues on the web export there. And then we had to type him in here. My number one request in this game is just make the active, like the Z ordering on the active windows on top of the other ones. They don't have to like constantly restack. It's just whatever the last one you click, it should be at the top of the stack here. 1999, he attended Harvard University for 2 months before he dropped out and co-founded Wacko. After Open for All became... Okay, so we have... Oh man, we got hyperlinks here. Okay, he's founded in 1999 as a nonprofit. His value has been increasing exponentially, creating widespread interest in the research and development of larger e-centers, better e-helpers, and soon the awaited e-worker. Okay, there we go. Melon Husk. What a name. All right. Martin Saltman and John Schoolman. And I think people were upset, fired, laid off, replaced, angry. I'm not sure. I wonder who they're referring to as Melon Husk here. Close BS is the rebranding of the company Open for All. It is specialized in e-helpers, e-workers, and has been expanding its e-centers to power it all. The goal of the organization is to help companies save money on salaries by reducing their workforce, help them solve inhumane tasks, and increase their capital. It is now promoting its new e-worker quickly by being adopted by large companies. People were mad about the e-worker. Rebranding? I'm not reading aloud because I just don't have a lot of time. I'm trying to get it on this one. I'm trying to find out what people were blank about. All the things I assumed weren't right. Joined another e-helper company called Anthropomorphic. Oh, this one has ethical e-helpers, sure. Everyone believes humans e-workers in their hand. This is Mario Modelli. All right. Well, what the heck? I feel like I've looked at all the information. I'm assuming people were just mad about the sale, the rebranding, the e-workers. Oh, it's populating these here. That's nice. About the adoption? I mean, I think they're mad about the e-workers. I don't think I'm going to get it. What's my other clues here? The noun were created and started talking. Oh, there's so much more game, apparently. People were adjective about the noun. Yeah. I know that. I feel like there's just so many words to represent this, and I'm not. The story I'm getting is that it's open for all. It's been rebranded to close bullshit or whatever, and then one of the founders went to start a different company, and then another one left to start the ethical version of the company. Nothing like real world events or anything. But none of it's helping this out here. Tax cuts. This might be it for me. I feel like I've gotten as far as I can, I guess. It'd be cool if this timer like aligned with the time on Windows. That would be neat. Like if they were like, oh, the e-center is gonna blow up at whatever o'clock. I guess it's because you're adding time to the clock, it varies, but there's still something you could do to like have the countdown associated with this. Somehow, I think it is ticking when this changes at least. Anyways, this was cool. I think UX-wise is great. I love the Windows 95 look, or yeah, Windows 95. I would just ask that if you drag a window around, it should be the top of the stack. I think that would make it much easier to click around. Otherwise, I got pretty stuck on this one, but I like it. That was 4 minutes by a stoned F. And here's the next one. This is Ring Out the Year by Grandstorm. Oh, this looks beautiful. New Year's Eve, out on the water. As the old year drifts by, as flowers of light catch them before midnight, and they'll bloom above as your fireworks show. We're going to steer with WASD. Sweep through the flowers of light drifting down the river. What you collect, it makes up fireworks that you fire at midnight. The clock at the top. Well, I think I can figure this out when I'm in the game. I'll come back to that if I need it. The monitor is so bright right now. Okay. I think I can maximize this a little bit more. There we go. There's sound settings, but I don't hear any sound yet. Maybe it'll be when we get into the game. There we go. It's New Year's Eve out on the water. The old year drifts by as flowers of light. Catch them before midnight. They'll bloom above as your fireworks show. I love the look of this. Oh, those rabbits? I've seen those rabbits before on some... Is it Sue Me? I don't remember what this art style is called. I was thinking I was having to press something, but maybe not. I'm just steering right now and focusing on these little thingies. I like the parallax effects on the water, and especially I like even the power-ups are a little faster in the front than they are in the back. Oh, and I like even get smaller and bigger as I go. Closer and farther. I missed a couple of them. That's okay. Look at all these little guys. Arrows will fall from above. Tap the arrow key as it lands on the mark. Oh, it's DDR. Okay. Yeah, this is great. I think the UI sounds for the DDR arrows are a little like different than the rest of the vibes of the whole game, though. I like the cheers and everything like that. It's like the arrows are very like modern and digital sounding, I guess. Hell yeah. Look at this monkey. I especially like this one. I think he's got a little mustache. My computer was almost buckling under those particle effects. I think this is the common Godot font export issue. I don't know what character that is. It's like the % sign or something. But yeah, I love that. I got a score screen, everything like that. 4 showstopper, 5 nice, 2 dud. Cool. I'm gonna do that one more time, just to look at some of the effects and stuff. So I'm picking up fireworks, maybe that's what I'm doing? Mostly this is just like a nice visual treat. Something maybe to think about is like, I feel like I'm able to pick up almost every power-up. Some of these I feel like I've been touching and they don't actually pick up, but that might just be a readability thing. But it could be neat if I have more like I have to decide to pick up certain pickups and not other ones because it's going to affect how the fireworks work at the end. I feel like that could be a little more video gaming, maybe a fun idea to try out. Like if I get too much gunpowder but not enough sulfur. I know that's not really what I'm picking up here, but like it would change how the fireworks work. I think these do affect the fireworks. It's just since I could pick every pickup up, it almost felt like I wasn't thinking about it. Like there wasn't consequence for like doing this versus doing that. It was just pick up everything you can and then play your DVR game, which I think works. It's just something else to try to add a little bit more to it, maybe. I love that there's the 2 layers of this game in here, though. And I am all about the little party at the bottom. Duds are if I missed the thing here. Oh no! I really screwed up on the last two. Cool. Yeah, that was a Ring Out the New Year. Oh, and it's the web. You want to hide that quit button. I gotta somehow get my screen back. In Godot, there's a easy way to check for like if is OS web, and you can use that to hide your quit button, so you get it when you're running it as an exe or something otherwise. Next, I'm gonna play Monchums Exact Zero from Boss Nass. This one looks great. I've played a little bit of this one before, but it's like a, you know, Slay the Spire, Pokemon, everything. It looks like a whole dang game here. So we've got Clawmore, who's a knight, Corvinger, Sharpshot, who opens deadly and knows exactly when to ease off, and Doubloon, the baby Cthulhu, a raging berserker, doubles in power every turn if you can hold the leash. I'm gonna do Doubloon. So it's definitely like a very Slay the Spire kind of UI. So how to play: drag mutation cards onto any Monchum, yours or the enemy's. Hover a type icon for details. Press fight when ready. So we're looking at look at that baby. Oh man. So as far as I know in this game, the point is it's called Exact Zero because you want to get the enemy down to exactly 0 to kind of win against them. You can't just kill them. So we're using Slay the Spire stuff with attacks and health and defense and cards and everything. But rather than this attacking, this is actually modifying. So that's going from 2 to 4. That's going to go from 1 to 2. Divide the target's count by 2. I don't want to do that. I guess I could do that for the Goodle to make it attack less. So here, I would want to add 3 to doubloon, and then multiply it by 2, I think, because then I'll do even more damage. And then, yeah, you just go to 0, buddy. And then I don't even need to play those. Fight. We have relics too. Reset. Rewinds its function. And then a heal potion. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to do 16 damage there. So I think if I could get a double, that is exactly what I want. Because I'm going to do 32 damage to that guy, I think. They're not going to hurt me any. So I think I can just end the turn. And for some reason I didn't attack. Maybe I had like some kind of debuff or something on me. Now it's going to attack because it's got that icon, which means do exact damage on it. So I'm just going to fight again. I was a little confused about what happened last turn. And we won a DN egg. So, do I want to advance? Do I want to subtract? I'm guessing that dice means it's like RNG. So, yeah, subtract a random dice RNG 1 to 10, and then rewinds its function. I'm going to do that one. And go here. Multiply. I always want to do this. I always want to multiply by 3. Oh, and these are like specifically for the bloom. Oh, we're gonna have to do 20 damage. He's got thorns. It says the attacker takes damage, but it doesn't tell me how much. It would be helpful here if it told me if it's 1, the attacker takes 1 damage or something like that. And takes double damage from enemy attacks. Overkill, recoil, threats. Okay, so I didn't realize I took double damage. That's good to know. So this chum's overkill doesn't cause recoil. What is recoil? Eventually, this is nice where if these have like expanded tooltips where I can like see what recoil means and what overkill means would be really helpful to like hover and additional menus kind of pop up there. Kind of like what you're doing with double damage and doubloon here. So we're going to add 5 and I think I want to double it, right? Because that'd be 14. Do this. I think recoil is when you get hurt. So I think I can play this and then I'm just safe. So I can overkill and like nothing bad happens. We're gonna turn this porcupine into freaking dust with that attack. Kablam. Alright. It's pretty easy so far. Like I don't think I've gotten hit at all yet in this game. Add random 1 to 10. Skip its action. The count still grows. All right. So we could do rest, which I don't need to do. So we're going to do double enemy. 2 bruisers. And gonna... So 65, that's a big freaking number. 10. Divide targets count by 2 rounds up. Okay. 24. 48. We're going to do that. We're going to nerf these guys. I think UI-wise, like, I don't understand why DN eggs are here all the time. I guess they're kind of helpful. Oh, and I'm on the wrong screen. I'll do this one because I'm seeing a little more of the game. But yeah, the DN eggs are here, but it's like I don't think I can do anything with them in the turn. I guess they could apply if I'm trying to make a decision, like, do I want to capture this one or not? But they look like something I should be clicking on, right? Because I can click on this stuff, and this has the same kind of view. So this could also be something you tuck away, or if not, um, maybe in the future this could look less like interactive, maybe or something. Because this stuff is that similar kind of thing. Hello, I'm just playing games from the GMTK Game Jam. I don't think you did one word and all, but if you did, I'd be glad to play it. If you happen to put one in there. Right now I'm playing Monchums Exact Zero from Jared Von Nickrel in the Discord. So we got a problem here. Okay, this is a problem with the little Cthulhu guy. I'm doing 96 damage, but I'm gonna take 79 because I'm gonna overkill the heck out of people. Um, I'm a little confused. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm like super exhausted from just doing it last week, so I think that's pretty smart. Yeah, if it was depending about what you're saying, like if it was swapped with the potions like up here, I think that's good. But I really like where these are at because what's working with this game is even though it's doing weird stuff, it is Slay the Spire UI. Like I've got my health, my potions, my cards. I'm on the left, they're on the right. So it's like I've got all the affordances in there for free, but it could like still put them up almost like relics, I think, are in Slay the Spire up here, and those don't look interactive. They're just helpful to reference. So maybe yeah, if they were like a similar style up here in the top, I think that could help some. I'm a little confused because I thought the game was if I kill them too much, I take a lot of damage, but this guy's got plenty. So it must be doing something like I have to hit the person in front first, and that's the one I'm gonna recoil off of. So I think what I'm gonna need to do. Oh, I've got this card, cash out. I think that's too easy. Like I'd like it if the game penalized me here and I had to use this reset card because this would make me lose all of my attack power, go back to one, and that would be like my way to get out of it. But with this cash out card, it's like I can just nuke all those consequences and just kill the guy and keep going. So I'm going to pretend I don't have this card just to see how that feels to actually play with the game mechanics. So now we need to do 17 damage to that guy. And I'm fine doing 20 and getting like 3 overkill. I think that's fine. And then I'll have that one do a little less damage. And then, sure, I'll use this now. I feel less guilty about that now. It's like that, the overkill card and the rebirth card are super handy, but like, there's no energy cost in this like Slay the Spire has. So it's like I'm encouraged to use all of these. And I don't know if the game needs like another thing to think about, but there is something about some of these are more powerful than others. So like what's the thing that's gating them in different ways? You know, it could be rarity in the run, but I just feel like it was too easy for me to get out of that situation there. So we're gonna multiply this by 2. I guess I could do some math. 40. I want to get to 65, and that would be 80. That'd be too much. 26 times 2, that's a little closer. We'll do that. Divide targets count by 3. Okay. I'm also finding it too easy to just nerf the enemy right now with the balance of this. But that's okay. Like I'm still getting through. And look at that. Okay, I'm back in overkill land again. And I can still cash out and get out of that situation. So it's kind of like I'd feel better if this run was like almost over, or like I didn't have this and it was like, oh man, I got to use my one potion to get out of this scenario, or if I had to like use all these shrink rays on myself. Um, so I'm gonna kind of pretend I don't have that card to play it this way and see what it's like. Um, so I'm gonna have to do that. I could rewind by one, but I don't know what rewinding by one means here. What's that gonna go back to? Because it's saying rewind its function, but what does that mean? I think it means the amount they get every turn. Um, but yeah, I don't know what that means. So I'll use the potion here. We're back to 2 again. And we're going to add 8. That'll get us there. And okay, so we can add 7 and then we can subtract 10. It'd be 7. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to subtract 2. I'm going to add 7. 15's fine. I'll take 2 damage. That was fun doing like that little bit of like what's the smallest amount of like attrition that I can deal with here. And so those were overkilled, so I thought I didn't get their eggs if I overkilled them also. So I'm kind of wondering like what's the benefit of getting the overkill? Is it solely my health and that's it? And here we're getting a little bit of overflow. I think it's just cutting off some text on the card. I think when I was talking to Jared, this is one of those things where like he was pushing up stuff last second to like fix other things and accidentally introduced other bugs last minute. But we were talking about like fortunately it wasn't like breaking the game or something like that. Okay. I guess I'll do that. So we could rest, which we might need to double. I mean, I'm gonna rest just because I don't even know what that is. Ooh, hell yeah! Upgrade a card, R and R. So I'm gonna do that. And this is still Slay the Spire stuff. So what's my favorite card, and how can I make it better? I think this one's been pretty good, the Mitosis. Oh, and I have like multiple options for it. So this is like, how do I want to mod the math stuff of this? So multiply targets count by 3. So I think that would do multiply the target by 4 or 2 or something. So I didn't like that because I was curious like what the upgrades actually did. And one of those gave me an option screen and I was like, okay, those are the options. And then I picked a different card to look at its options and it just chose it. So I think having a really reliable, like, let me preview what the cause and effect is, and keeping that consistent would be helpful. And it also felt weird going to a different screen. Like, it would have been nicer if it was just like a modal on the same screen that felt very clear of like, okay, you clicked this, here are your options, you can cancel and go back. And it would feel a little less um, spooky in terms of like the instant decision and everything. So here we're at a vending machine. Guaranteed healer model. This one only stocks healers. Okay. I think this is saying that it's like you're looking at a vending machine and it's like, this is the guaranteed healer model. It only stocks healers. So I think that's what that's trying to say. It just wasn't coming across to me that way the first few times I read it. So we've got cards. We've got DN eggs. And then these possibilities here. I'm seeing what's interactive. The gold count, roll, leave, and these. So let's slot these in and see what happens. So 1 equal egg makes a nebulaire. 2 makes a nebulaire, but 3 makes other ones? Egg types tilt the odds below 3 of a kind hits 95%. This is a lot of like jargon that I just don't know what the game is telling me here. I'm also just confused why 1 makes 100%, but 3 makes other ones, but perhaps these are super rare ones or something like that. So if these are more valuable, I think it would really help to have a label like common, rare, because that would communicate that easier without me having to even know their stats. Um, but here I could just make a carrot bear or a bandago. So I'm trying to understand the relationship of these things. This makes sense because I've got 66 and a 33% chance because I've got 2 of those. If I do 1 of these and 2 of those, that makes sense. So I want to think that this is a bug. Maybe? The only other thing I can imagine is it's some kind of like catch-all, like if the player has too many of one egg, let them get something else, but I think something about that's confusing there. Anyways, I want the Bandago because he looks like a real cowboy. And then, do I roll to get it? Okay. A loyal bandage-wrapped hound mends the chum in the front. Spare care gets kicked in the enemy's eyes. Okay. Oh, and that was it. Um, I think that was confusing too. Like I didn't know what was going to happen there either. So in the store, like one it said roll, and I associate roll with re-roll. That's very common in stores. So just like the word on that button threw me off. And it wasn't clear that if I clicked the roll choice, I wouldn't be able to buy a card. So like thinking about if you want the user to do both of those actions, let them do both actions. If they have to pick one or the other, make it clear they have to pick one or the other. Um, I think there's a little bit of work there too on just being clear. And that I didn't even mean to click something, and it just did that too. So I think the upgrade and shop things just need a little more UX thought and like looking at shopping carts and stuff and confirmation dialogues and things. I think, and just look at what Slay the Spire does. I think they do a pretty good job with it for that stuff. Fortress Slug. Okay. Looks like it like hijacked a sandcastle or something. Hello. I'm playing a game called Monchums Exact Zero from Jared Von Nickerel right now. It's like a Pokemon Slay the Spire battler kind of game. So we're gonna be attacking with Doubloon and doing this. And our goal in this game is to do damage to the enemies, but there's some math happening where after this fight, I think I'm going to double my attack power now each time. So this Cthulhu guy's going to keep getting more and more powerful. And yeah, I'll play your game next. I'll put it on the queue for mission failed successfully. As long as it's in the GMTK 2026 Game Jam and it's a web game, I'll play it. And I'll probably play this one for maybe like 5 more minutes, I think. So we're gonna subtract some. So he's doing enough now to damage, I think, but he's got a little bit of RNG in there. I'm not sure what that means. 66 to 65. Um, it's neat that I have the healer that can heal the front unit. I do like that. I'm having a little trouble reading like what their end result health is, and this is like a monster train thing to reference, but I think this one's going to do 6 damage, but he's going to heal 16. It is just a little hard with all the numbers to grok like what's actually going to happen to me at the end of this fight this turn. Um, but I'm mostly confused by this 66 to 65 when it's so important that 66 does hit it. Maybe it's the because he's got armor is what that means, maybe. And what Slay the Spire does well is like it shows the hover effects here. It is a little tricky because like we're not one unit, but since there is a fight button, you should be able to resolve the fight. Like let me know what the fight's gonna be as I hover these and see what their effects are. And I would want to see 65. I would want to see like a 1/0 and like a little blue bar here, meaning that they were barely saved by one shield. So I'm just going to have to go with it because doubling him would be dangerous because then he's going to overkill and that's going to hurt me back. So for now, I'm going to just divide by 3 to put them at 2. I'll shrink this other guy. Oh, -1. What does that even mean? -1 damage. And then what if I double that? I can't do that. Okay. So it did what I expected. That's good. Oh, it hurts itself? That's cool. I like that it hurt itself with negative damage. This must be a bug because he is dead. He's got 0 health. Um, I'm going to assume that's a bug. We have way too much damage here. So it is possible that with doubloon, like even though I keep getting these easy cards, like you want this one because you're wanting me to like max up and rain back and max up and rain back. But I still think I've had too many options to get out of these tight spots here. So add, I'm going to keep healing that one. Overkill doesn't matter. We're going to go big mode on this one. We're going to lower their damage and end that turn. Got him. Yeah, that one staying around was the bug. Cool. All right. I'm wondering if we're going to be... Ugh, that's a lot of work to get to the boss. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the boss here. I'd play another time, though. Multiply the target's count by 2. And I'm going to see if maybe I can play this fast and see how that feels. Because ultimately in these games, once I get used to them, like, I'm used to just, like, flying through them to get the most enjoyment out of it sometimes. So double, and that is doing something. 40 to 80 to 79. I guess that's trying to explain all the math. I think there's just a better way to describe it than whatever that's doing. And that, add 10. Getting close. Fight. I think also there's not enough, I'm not thinking about my deck that much in this, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I feel like in a card game, like you want to be thinking about, oh, I just played that card. It's in my discard. When am I going to get it back? And so far, like all the cards have just been like fine, I guess. So I think that's probably just a balance thing eventually. Gotama Percent. I want a Wizar. I want to get me a Wizar. So it's like this machine drops out certain orbs. I still don't understand the 3 orb, but I'm getting it now that like the equal sign means you're going to get an equals orb. Since I don't have any divided eggs, none of them are going to count. But that's fine. I'm going to throw away one of these because I want me a Wizar. I've got some money, so I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these first because I think they're going to go away otherwise. Um, Actually, I don't care about any of those. I don't want to buy one of those. We got a person. That's okay. Really wanted the Wizar. What does person do? Deals its count to the target. Its action piles its count onto the front enemy as a curse stacks. No direct damage. Colopiggy? I think it's like got flowers. It's like flowers on its ears and its tail. Its attacks heal it for half the damage they deal. Okay, so this one's going to keep healing itself over and over again. I don't know what curse does, so that's again where it would help to see the tooltip. Because it's talking about curse, but I just don't know what it means in terms of the game. Yeah, this art is beautiful. I think the few that worked on this game, like they just like jammed out all this art very quickly. And the cards and the icons and the came up with all the creatures and everything like that. It's crazy. And then, okay, so I can't play these to me, but I can't play those to the enemy. So that's a little confusing how, like, these. I get that it's a me card because it's got me on it, but I was thinking if it was going to restrict, it would only be to me. So I wonder if there's some other way you could, like, describe this is your side only in the iconography of stuff. I'm going to skip their action, and I think we're good to go for the next one. Oh no, this is part of the game jam. They built this in 4 days. This whole freaking game in 4 days. From scratch. And do that, and it's tough just because it's yeah, I know, right? Like what? Um, and it's a weird idea too because it's just using a lot of strange math to kind of mix up the formulas. There's a lot of game design stuff in here also to figure out. Yeah, I think what the countdown is, that's a good point. I wasn't really thinking about that either. Because yeah, like what is the countdown here? Um, I think maybe what they were going for originally was just the fact that you have these numbers that compound and they like go up and they go down. So you're almost thinking about this number as maybe the countdown, but I'm with you. I hear it. Now I'm like, "Wait a minute. There's no countdown." Here, right? Like I'm gonna ask him because I'm kind of like wondering, yeah, where do they think the countdown's applying in all this? I'm wondering like what they could do to tweak it a bit to like reinforce the actual countdown aspect of it. Let's chum, so we'll save that. It could have just been one of those things where they were like, well, I just want to make this game. Right? Like it's like they just had that in their head. Just kind of negating whatever. Yeah, like if there was like a certain amount of moves or time or something to get to the enemies, because yeah, I could see how like I think they were struggling a bit with balancing. How do you make this too easy or too hard when you can make all the numbers go up and down? But if you only had 5 turns or something to do it, that could be a nice like counterweight against that, and it would be a countdown. Look at this little guy. Oh man. Phantomime. Hits for 29 at the end of his turn. He's intangible every turn. So I know that intangible means invincible, but I think it's the same thing where I don't think everybody's gonna know that. I think we've got a boss coming up. So what I'm going to do is kind of breeze through this. And we'll try to get through the boss because I want to see what he looks like. Oh man, that guy takes a lot of damage. And then I'm gonna quit for sure after the boss. So I think I phased him out. He's phased. Does phased mean he's intangible? Okay. Phased mean that's too many words representing the same thing. It should just say intangible. Unless like you want to I guess there's a reason maybe to split those up a little bit. So there's no point in us doing anything. I think yeah, if I move him front one, he'll heal her a little bit. And I can still do this. I can still nerf them, which is pretty neat, even though they're invincible. And I might as well just like keep buffing the healer. I don't think anything bad's going to happen there. I'm kind of wondering like what is the penalty of buffing a healer? Like they don't have the overkill. Maybe it's just a choice of like where do you put your card best? And so we need 116. We're at 118. We got it. We got him. I kind of think, especially with this character and how big that damage gets, it's almost like the enemies need to have a huge health pool, I think. Subtract a random. Sure. Those seem like they did the exact same thing. Here we go. It's not the boss, but it's an elite. Amigal. Is this a beagle and an eagle? That's what I'm thinking it might be. Amigal. So we're going to buff up here. And nerf you. And run. I like how the healer only heals what's right in front of them, so this like order really matters. And we're seeing first, second, and third. And 10, 12, 8, 2, and sure, skip your action. And then we're gonna don't overkill. I think we're gonna he's hacking dead. I think I want to try to lower it down some so that I could maybe even him out, but that's not gonna happen. It could be fun if I know it's called exact zero. I got the egg, but it's like if the farther off from zero you had like a different percent chance, and like if you hit it exact zero, you got like a legendary egg or something. That might be what's happening, and I just can't tell with the UX or whatever. I'm gonna go to the boss. Sorry, I know I said I'm gonna quit, but we're like right there. I want to see what they look like. But I'll kind of breeze through these next two things really quick. Glut Toad. Yeah, because I just want to see all the characters. They're all super cool looking. Oh, we got a Gotama there. We'll do this, and we're gonna fight. I've got a couple potions I can use if I get in trouble. And I do want to speed this up. I know it's a jam game. We already lost Gotama. But for the later game, if they keep working on this, like it's super important to have a let me go fast button in these. Okay, we're gonna keep buffing up. I think I also just really want some music for this. Good. Wait, what? 240 eats? What the heck does that mean? Over damage feeds it. I don't know what's happening. I could like read and find out, but I am trying to get through this real quick. So I'm going to lower this down some. We only need to do 122. We'll get you a little more curse. We're going to skip your action so you do less damage. There we go. So they're keeping a lot of health because I guess they're over damaging and getting it back, maybe? I don't understand. What does eats mean? 2? This is just gonna get freaking huge here. Now they have full health again. Oh, it's like if I over damage, I feed it. I was getting confused. I thought it was saying when it over damaged, it fed. Well, this is going to be the end anyways, because I'm freaking dead. Wonder if there's like some bug where I can do this. Nah. Alright, that's the end. At least we'll get to see what the death screen looks like. Can Bandago save it? Can we make him heal the heck out of this thing? Bandago, you're not dead. What are you doing, dude? This is where countdown would really help too, because I feel like this could just go on forever now. It's like I'm not even doing anything, and I'm just kind of sitting here. And they're slowly eating away? I don't know what's happening. I don't know how they even do damage. There we go. There's our dead pets. Defeated. Battles cleared 8. Cool. Bummer we didn't get to see the boss, but it's a scaly fish or something? I don't know. Anyways, great execution. I think there's just there's some game design stuff to figure out for sure, but I think they're onto the right track with that. But yeah, that was Monchums Exact Zero. So now I'm gonna look at this next one called Mission Failed Successfully. So the skip dialogue button becomes available pretty quickly in this build. If you can, please resist the temptation and enjoy the narration on your first playthrough. Put a lot of love into the experience. Thanks for playing. The rope, whatever, yeah. That's okay. WASD, space jump, interact, board the ship. Alright. I'm gonna try to avoid the temptation. I'm a narrative skipper. I'm a dialogue skipper. We'll see. Your crew is finally on the journey home when disaster strikes. An asteroid shower tears through your ship, scattering precious cargo across a nearby planet and leaving the crew stranded. With no choice but to recover what was lost, the crew makes an emergency landing, but things only get worse. The landing gear is critically damaged and the ship can't remain on the surface for long. To make matters worse, the planet's crushing gravity and unforgiving terrain make every piece of cargo a challenge to move. As the team scout, you're the only one fast enough to venture outside. Race across the planet, haul the scattered cargo back to the ship, and return before the countdown reaches 0. Every second counts. Stay out too long, and the ship will be forced to launch with or without you. So we're going to land, explore, find and carry, and then board the ship. WASD, space to jump, and E to interact. I'm on a 21:9 monitor, so I'll see how it scales, and I'll change it if it doesn't scale right, but it looks good so far. Let me know if I need to change the volume on it or anything. Oop. Because we're almost home, he's technically correct. I hate technicalities. Anyone hungry yet? I brought instant noodles. Again? They're premium noodles. Still just noodles. You know what I miss? Your family? Gravity. I was wondering if they're moving in space. Gravity's not going to push them to the back, nah, because they're already in motion, I guess. Ship pizza's illegal. I think I like the narrative charm. I think there's just like there's so many characters and you're trying to put personality into all of them before I'm even accommodated with them. It's hard. It just feels random at some point just because everything's new to me. So it's kind of there's too many characters immediately to maybe get across the mood you're trying. I'm just saying I'm having a hard time keeping up with like who's who and stuff and reading their personalities out of it. So there's something you can do to like slow it down a bit, maybe. Not like have more dialogue and make it slower, but like less exposition of characters at the beginning could maybe help some. Because now I'm having a hard time like latching on emotionally with anything because there's like 10 characters and they're all just saying stuff. Yeah, and keeping the characters in the same spot is a good call out too. Like they are kind of jumping around and it's like I can't even remember that like Captain Rlyeh is over here or whatever. This is a great intro though. It looks very polished, especially for a Game Jam game. So me, Jerry, Dex, Captain Rlyeh, Nova. I guess Jerry's the engineer. Mira. I like Sis. I like the presentation here. It's the thing where there's so much dialogue before I've even gotten into the game. This would be better like as like a win screen or something. It's like I'm so fatigued right now where I can get where people are just clicking through this. There's a bit too much text before I'm in the game yet. You want to make the dialogue like a treat, right? Like, get me invested in the game, let me play some, and then I can be like, oh boy, some more dialogue, and like space it out a little more. This looks so good. I'm just skipping through now. There's so much of this. I'm sorry. I can't take it anymore. Okay. Alright. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. So we're on a planet, and we're gonna pick this up and bring it back. And I think we collected that. Nice. E. It was kind of janky there how it popped me up in the air, but it was actually kind of fun, like the unpredictability of it. So we got the cargo tank. This is cool. Getting gravity like working on this sphere is probably tough to do. And I like this tether cable. It'd be neat if when that was collected, like you had sound effects for all the dialogue and stuff. If there was just like a pop sound when you collected a thing, that would go so far for making the collection feel a little more juicy. Because right now it just kind of like fades out when it's on the ship. I'm seeing the countdown. I've only got so much time. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't even know how I would make it. I've only gotten 5 there. Mission failed successfully. Left exactly on time. Rude. Now, I want to retry, but I don't want to try with reduced difficulty. I want the same difficulty. Unless that's like on purpose, that you're meant to fail every time. I don't want to read all that again. Maybe it's different this time or something. I really like the attention of the dialogue. It's just like, it feels like there's like an hour of dialogue for like a minute of gameplay, and that's like super off balance, I think, for stuff. And I know there's not an hour. I'm being dramatic. It's just, I think it's just like a game jam is maybe not the best place to put all that effort in. And if there was something important there, like in that dialogue, like where it said bring coffee, if like I really needed to read that to like think about, oh, I need to get this and not that, and it's important for the story, the fact there's been so much dialogue that wasn't important, it's kind of trained me to devalue it, I guess. So that's something else thinking about. Like if you wanted to use the narrative as part of the gameplay, I think like really minimizing it up front and being like, hey, you need to read this dialogue would, you know, it's not like crying wolf, but it's, I've kind of been trained that I can skip through the dialogue now that I've been playing it some. I think another trick that people do is if you want a lot of dialogue, because like some people really like it, right? Like some people like that much dialogue. Oh no. You may have noticed some games have, after a mission, like you can walk around and talk to people. And what that does is it lets players who want to get all the content, experience all the dialogue, like they can optionally go like, who's this person? I'm going to interact with them. Who's this person? I'm going to interact with them. So you get the right people reading your dialogue in that example, but it's not an entry hurdle that everyone has to walk through each time. And you can really focus on doing like the best bang for your buck narrative for everyone, and then letting everyone else who wants to read a lot of dialogue, give them the option to do it too. But again, that's more stuff to add in a game jam game, and there just isn't time for that a lot of times. But since this looks kind of Pikmin-y, that's what they do in Pikmin. You do the Pikmin level, and then on the ship in between levels, I think in Pikmin 3, you can optionally talk to everyone on the ship and exhaust the dialogue, and that's kind of their hack to deliver those things for both types of players. Is this game beatable? I'm gonna try again. And it's called Mission Failed Successfully, so maybe that's on purpose. That time my my stuff got caught inside a pit. Now that could have been on me. Maybe that's what the pits are for. I'll see if I can pull in my tether somehow. Let me see if the page... does the page say anything about pulling in a tether? E. So I can do E, and I can press enter to board the ship. Maybe that's what I'm missing here. Well, I think I've been pressing E to start the tether, but maybe I can do something else with it also. And I'm doing it here. I am spam clicking so much. Okay. Recover fuel and spare parts. Here we go. E just drops the tether. Now, I think I have more countdown this time. I haven't been paying that much attention. My tether also seems to get bigger every time. That's a bad thing. I don't want a bigger tether. So I don't know if that was like meant to help make the game easier, but it's actually getting in the way. Because like I can't even get this on the ship this time. It's cool I can jump. I wonder like if y'all were planning to like, you can jump on these things and do some platforming, because that could be kind of fun. But yeah, this tether is ridiculously long. Okay, I think that one got in there. This time I am going to try to enter the ship. And maybe that'll help us win. Don't go in the pit. Oh, use jump to pull the cargo harder. There we go. Yeah, to like give the tether a little bit more tension. We can just like moonwalk up everywhere. Okay, I think that one's in there now. So we are gonna board it this time. I think I would like if I could like actually pick up something maybe, but I think yeah, really just like an option to like suck in the tether or just decide the length of it, I think could add a lot. Oh, I can't exit the ship anymore. I was able to do it a second ago. Did I miss the countdown or something like that? I'm gonna try one more time. Because I do want to win. I'm confused that time because I saw a pop-up that said enter the ship, but I couldn't get it to happen a second time. This is just cookie clicker for me now. This is like narrative clicker, the game. Should give me some bonus points for skipping through dialogue stuff. Okay. Alright. There we go. And I'm not sure, like, it just seems impossible to get all 8. So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can get just a couple, and then maybe that's good enough. I also noticed there's, like, different types of cargo, so it's like maybe I just need to get one of each instead. I think y'all could have done some really cool stuff with this floating space debris where you're kind of jumping up in the air and you can double jump. Especially I can, like, it could have been cool to, like, walk up in the air and collect some parts up in the air or something like that. Is that even on there? You just found a bug. I found so many bugs with my game after I got it out there. Is the bug related to the tether and it like keeps expanding the more and more you play the game, maybe? That's what my guess is. Like it doesn't constrict back, or it keeps adding points or something like that. Is it like you're allowing it to grow and then it never resets its elasticity or something? I don't know if we're going to be able to beat this. Oh, it makes it heavier after every restart. Well, let's do this. I'll do this one more time. I'm just going to refresh it. We're going to get it on the first run. And I am going to click faster than you've seen anyone click in their life here. I think also even if you want to give this much dialogue, which I don't really think is that bad, it's like you do need to offer a skip all button. I think that's the other courtesy you can do, where it won't frustrate people, right? You let the people who want to read it, and everyone else can just skip past it. I think because in my natural habitat, I probably would have played this like once and realized I had to go through all the dialogue again, and I might have bounced off of it. Other than trying to get in here and win it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we do have less time. That's, I think, what it means when it says easier. Here we go. That's much easier to yoink that thing back. We got one of those. We got one of those. I think there's a blue thingy to get. I don't have a yellow thing yet. This is such a charming, like, visual aesthetic and planet, and the sound design's great. The UI design is great. The dialogue bubbles look good. So I think that's all really good execution. Okay, so we're just gonna board now. Mission accomplished dish. Yes! It's okay if we left the expensive stuff behind. We just got professional regret. That's nice. Yeah, I really liked it. So that was mission failed successfully. And we found a bug. That's good. It's frustrating, like they don't let you fix them, but I do kind of like how they lock down the submissions after the day, so you can get it as done as you can in time. I'm gonna see what's next here. I'll play anybody's games if you put them in the chat. Otherwise, I've got a list I'm kind of trying to get through separately. So here is Dealing with Death from Iowana C. And then we've got Tom H in the Discord who worked on this too. Yeah, no problem. I was happy to play it. I think it looks really, really good. What I did appreciate about the dialogue is that they were all short clips. So I wasn't getting like a novel to read from each person. So it was nice to just like quickly see what people were saying as they ran through it. And the text did read out pretty fast. I think it was just a quantity thing for me mostly. So there's some lore stuff. I'm not going to read all that. Dealing with Death is a game where cards in your deck represent years of your life, and you stake them against death to stall the countdown to your demise. Win a round by getting closer to 21 than death does, so kind of like blackjack. You go over, you lose. If you want to gamble, death will lend you a number of trick cards, which can be swapped in and out of your hand freely for that round. Winning a round where you gambled adds the trick cards to your deck, causing it to count up and extending your lifespan. However, trick cards have secondary effects, which can be a hindrance. Losing a round causes you to lose all cards on the table, causing your deck to count down. Losing a round where you gambled will incur even more severe penalties. The goal is to see how many years you last. I'll need to absorb some of that. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for sharing your game. I appreciate it. I don't remember any of the rules I just said. I just know it's kind of like blackjack. It's got a, like, awesome, I don't know what kind of, if this is an arcade machine or like an old, like an Atari sound. It kind of sounds like an Atari, I guess. Okay, I don't know what to do. I am playing blackjack at 13. Hit me. Is that stick, twist, or gamble? I think it's gamble. Okay, I am lost. Heart halves this. Matches your lowest other spades by when this. So this would become a 5 if I click that. Matches your other lowest. Oh, weird. Okay, so if I drag this here, it's going to act as a 5 and add up to 10. Halves this card's value while another heart is in your hand. So if I put this in, this should be 10, I think? Yeah, because it'll count as 2. But if I put it here, it'll just be its raw value. So that's interesting how that works. So technically, I could drag this here and then still go up 1 for now. Oh, and I can sort of mix and match these. Okay. So now, what? What does twist mean? I think that's twist is just hit me. I think we lost some years of our life. Uh, 4 and 4. Hit me. 16. Why did I lose? I guess because they... Maybe I hit stick. I'm not sure. 18. I'm gonna stick. Oh, man. Okay. Twist me. 15. Twist me. 22. Oh. I am burning my life on this game. Twist me. Oh. No. I'm getting a little confused about why only 5 years passed and 1 year's passed and then 20. I'm not sure like what makes the years change. Okay. Stick. This is the first time I've won. And I won 0 years. What the heck? Come on, man. Stick. Ugh. So I guess if I tie, I lose? Stick. Yes. 0 years earned. 6 years left. I am so confused by what the years are doing in this game. They don't make much sense. I get the blackjack part. I get the gamble part. Somehow I got 2 years on that one. And then that means a year passed. But it added like 5 years to the counter? What the heck is going on? I guess these are the gambles or the tricks. I guess I'm going to have to stick with that. Oh. 7 years burned. Okay. I like this, but what in the heck is happening? Win a round by getting closer to 21 death does. Okay, great. Got it. If you want to gamble, death will lend you a number of trick cards which can be swapped in and out of your hand freely that round. Got it. That's done. Winning a round where you gambled adds the trick cards to your deck, causing it to count up and extending your lifespan. So I do want to pull in trick cards. Those are good, but they have secondary effects which can sometimes bug me. So I want trick cards. Losing a round causes you to lose all cards on the table, causing your deck to count down. Losing a round where you gambled will incur even more severe penalties. Okay. I mean, I think that makes sense. I just like, how the heck what is making the years change in this? That's confusing me. Gamble. We want them gambling cards. So this is going to give us 14. Right? Subtracts its value from the total, while another club... Oh, I thought that was a spade. Okay. So this is good. Oh, I can't pull that in. All right. I like that I can kind of experiment here and move these around. That's very nice. So I guess I want to go a bit lower so I can get twisted here. Oh! 11 years were burned. But that went down by 7. I was going to screenshot that just to try to understand what the heck is happening. Okay. I mean, we're keeping years left, and I think that's all that really matters to me now. Stick. Oh, I meant to twist. The words are cool, I like that you're not saying hit or stay. I think a little icon could really help, just because they are just like made up words, like a hand for stay or something. And it could even be placement, like I don't know. I'm getting flipped up between these two a lot. Gamble. I'm gonna try gambling every time because it's saying that I want the gambled cards in my deck to do better. So if I did this, I would have 9 points. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it's just something I'm not familiar with. Sounds like something like a sword person would say, like getting stuck and twisted with a blade or something like that. Stick me. I guess that makes sense for cards anyways, though, because there's a lot of sword fighting stuff. Oh, I meant to twist! I meant to twist! I stuck when I should have twisted. Oh, man. I was just talking about it, too. Alright. Subtract its value from the total. So this is going to be about the same. And I have I'm going to stick. I want to stay. Stick for stay. Twist for dealer, please twist your hand and drop a card from it. That's how I'm going to remember. Oh, so I got dealt a dirty card. I guess he's got those in the deck now? Twist me. Gamble. Too much? Ooh. Perfect. Stick. Oh, I'm never gonna get it right. I think what could help is even, well, one, if I wasn't an idiot, I think that could help a bunch. But something like if twist was in the middle and gamble was over, I know you don't want buttons everywhere, but if it was more like hit, I'm thinking about pulling them in and stick is stay. I think it's because twist is just dead center here. Like, I'm just thinking about these as like my stay cards. So I think they're in the right spot. I'm just dumb. I think that's the problem. I'm dumb. There probably are some UX tricks though to like make that a little help the idiots like me, I guess. I'm loving this preview though, because like I'm having trouble thinking right now. Is like the ace gonna do something cool where it can get reused and I can just kind of drag these around? Yeah, I just guessed until something happened. So that's counting as a 11, I think. And then that's 17, 20. Cool. Oh, not cool enough though. Cool. Well, I love the art style. The vibes in this are great. I think the actual card game is pretty good too, where you're doing the blackjack and you have the cursed card, they have the buffs. I still have no idea what's happening with this year countdown. The game kind of explained it, but I think it's like there's like something saying like your years go up and then you're also losing years, and then you've also got years is doing like, it's got like 3 or 4 relationships in this game and it's quite confusing. So it's probably a learning thing, and maybe the mystery's good, but I'm not engaged with it because I just have no idea why it's happening. But otherwise, I love the vibes of this game. I think it could just use a couple maybe some of that UI UX stuff could help it a little more, but it's great. The card feels good. You like drag one around. Yeah, the card dragging's good. The tooltips are good. I think in a later game, like if you can make it where when you drag it, like it like at least makes the one you dragged from transparent or something, because that's a little weird. But honestly, that did not bug me when I was playing the game. I didn't notice that at all when I was playing it. I'm just seeing it now that I'm looking. But yeah, great game. That was dealing with death, and this character is so cool with the arms on the front and the back, skull, third eye. It's got diamonds for teeth, spades for a nose. Do we have all the card stuff here? Are there hearts somewhere? I don't see hearts. Or I guess that could be clubs, the three eyes. I don't see any hearts. It's almost like all the card elements are in the skull here too, and I really like that also. Cool game. All right. I've got a couple more. Then I'm probably going to head out after I get through this list. I think this is the last one in the IGC list that I was looking through. Okay. Rituals of Rlyeh. Oh. There's no game here. What? I wonder what that means. Maybe they didn't get it in time, but like they figured out how to get an embed on the page to play it anyways. That's my guess. I'll have to ask them about it. Because it says they have not uploaded a game yet. But it says if the field above shows an error, please play the game here. Okay. Cool. So we're in the game. I'm wondering, I'm seeing a lot of tutorial here. I almost get confused about tutorials a lot. So let me just try to poke at it on my own, and then I'll come back to the tutorial if I can't figure it out. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. What? All right. Don't click the big skull, I guess. What is happening? Who am I? So at first I was like, who am I? But I think I'm supposed to be associating with this little goober here with the eyeballs looking at me. There's a lot of like blinking and movement, which is throwing me off at first. Per push, oh, pull. Push, pull, shift, jump, swap. I'm not able to select these. Just clicking around stuff. This skull looks badass with the one blinking eye. It's a full screen button. So, what I'm kind of assuming is because I'm on level 2, I can only do a pull action. And maybe what it's trying to do is like... Maybe this is tutorializing or something? Maybe this is a tutorial, because it's like it's only letting me click on one thing at a time. Some kind of shift. What? Amazing art in VFX, for sure. I think the game's cool. I just don't understand it. I'll read the instructions now. Okay. Click on the highlighted teal square in the first 2 tutorial levels as guidance. From there, use the skills on the left. Okay. Make all enemies kill each other when the ritual fires at timer 0. Okay. Use the mouse for all interactions, and 1 through 5 for selecting skills. Shift for the next skill, and space for moving the counter down by 1. Alright. I'm pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pressing shift. I think here I'm just having trouble, like, all the things I'm trying to click on. Okay, that did something. So somehow that moved? It's really hard to know what's interactive in this game. Like, things look interactive. It looks like I should be able to click on these to highlight them. It's making it look like I can click these enemies, but I'm gonna click this tile, which does not seem interactive. And I can do that. So, and you have this teal here. So I think an easy fix for that is just like, just make the squares I can move to blue. Like, make both of these blue. And that just lets me know, like, hey, you can click on these things. Like, this is, it's doing it for the enemy. And this makes sense now. I'm getting them into each other's path, so they kill each other. But now this is -1. And then I'm a little confused about the power versus the move, but I'll... What? So, I think whatever one of these is selected dictates the actions that I take, I think. And I can walk around. So, I think what it's saying is, like, at any time I want, I can swap my position with an enemy. So I just want to do that. But maybe I have to get close to them first? Okay. I do really enjoy how fast it lets me restart the puzzles. It'd be really frustrating if I had to, like, start over from nothing every time. So that felt good, figuring out that little puzzle. I click this. This looks like a -1. I don't know if it's... I don't think it's supposed to be one. Okay. Now here, this looks like death. Will that kill me? Yeah, that's what I thought. That was nice and clear. It's a big old spiky pit. This might still be tutorial. I'm not sure. I'm definitely understanding the game a little more now. So we want to push this guy down here, so he'll kill him, and then he also needs to get pushed down. So really, I want to get over here and push him down here so that this kind of quadrant gets taken out. But how do I get over there? I do have a jump. An undo would be groovy in this game. I know it's like a game jam, so like, why would you have undo? But I just think it would add a lot to this. Especially if it was like some games let you undo moves, but then when you do an action that you can't. So like they'd have it like where if you did a push on this, that would not be an undoable thing, but simply moving around the board, it lets you like back up 1 or 2. I think that could be pretty strong in this game too. I think that'll do it. Oh, I need to move out of the way though. Nice. Yeah, I love the puzzle design of this. It's just I think what was really thrown off is like the where do you move it first? The tutorial kind of like locking these out. And then these kind of like auto playing, I think is like not serving it that well in terms of clarity. I think the fact that you can just hover them is fine. And that, like, it's good showing the red cells. It's just specifically that they're auto animating, I think was kind of throwing me off too. So that's a pull and a jump. So I think what I want to do is I'd want to pull him down one and then jump out of the way, but I gotta get this fatty over here to get him, get everybody taken out. Can I pull a rock? I don't think I can pull a rock, can I? No. I'm just seeing what I can do here. Okay, so I can pull more than one cell away. This ain't gonna be it though. Oh, I mean that alone will work. Okay, so I'm gonna go down, down, over. Oh, okay. Over, pull, jump. Nice. And then, so he's got him, he's got him. Okay. I believe I want to swap with that guy. So I think I can move up. Or, oh, it's a push, not a pull. I was going to pull him into the spikes. This is a waste, this turn. Definitely swapping with him, which means I have to be in line with these. But how? I feel like these two need to stay here. I mean, technically I could swap with him, but I don't think that's gonna work either. This one's a real doozy, and I can't push a block, right? Okay. I mean, I could just start guessing. That's one solution. I can't push spikes, right? No. Can't do that. I mean, I could push him, but I don't need to do that. Swap with this guy. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. That somehow killed some things, though. I'm confused by that. Try that again. So, okay, he kills both of those. Nice. I was gonna make sure he's down then. Alright, I can work with that. That is then moving here, giving you a little push, but I won't be able to swap with him because I'm not aligned. Oh, then I can move one. Then I can swap with him. There we go. The Frenzying of Horror. I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't paying attention. But maybe it was good. Who knows? It was not good. I don't know what that thing is. Oh, that's a monk again. Okay, I thought it was just like a pile of berries for a second, but I can see the... It's like a hooded figure now. I can see it. Push, 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 pull. Is that something? I can't tell if that thing on the floor is something important or not. Couldn't get there anyway, it doesn't matter. I keep doing that by accident. Okay. I mean, I'd like to get him up there, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we can move up one, pull, and then... No. Man, these are tricky. I mean, this is pretty good. Like how simple these puzzles are, but how difficult they get. Pull. Okay. That's good. And then... No. I mean, this is good, because he'll kill him. And then... Oh, this one was pretty simple. Well, it's this, but then I'm gonna die, right? Maybe? Oh no, I'm safe. Okay, that was it. The drowning of Cognac. Can I double push? Oh, I can. And then we just give this guy one yoink. Nice. It was nice. I like that. Although that was... I figured it out quick. I like that teaching of a mechanic that you can push two people into each other. That was a good pacing on that one, I think. None of these guys are hurting each other yet. Can I do this? No. That's good, because if that was the solution, that'd be like too much like the last one. So that was nice. This is not a good spot for me to be in. How many levels are left? I don't know. Hello. If you want me to play your game, I'm probably going to wrap up soon, but if you had a GMT game submission you wanted me to play, I'd be happy to play it here before I hop off. I'm just finishing up this one right now. Just a little stuck. My brain's running out of juice. Yeah, as long as it's in the GMTK 26 Jam and it's a web game, I'll give it a try real quick. So for this one, I think this is a really good puzzle game. The aesthetic's so cool with the skull, the countdown is like super present. And I think there's a lot of really good, elegant design here and everything. I was getting tripped up with the tutorial at first. Um, like not knowing what a move for me was and not. And I think what would help that out more than anything is just reducing the blinking on all these automatically, and also just making when I hover, give me this little blue outline to let me know like this is a possible move for you to do. Other than that, I think this is great. I'd want to know how many levels are left, but that's not like a mandatory thing. But the sound design is great on this. Atmosphere is good on this. The shakes, the transitions, and the puzzles I think are pretty good too. So this is really good, solid entry in here for this one. So that was Rituals of Rlyeh, or however you pronounce that. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do the Near Zero here. I'm searching. I don't see a Near Zero in the list. I might not be spelling it right. If it is a, like I said, I'm only doing the web ones. Trying to see if it's showing up on something else. But at least I don't see a Near Zero in the search results. Is it maybe just a game on itch that wasn't in the jam, perhaps? This one? I see it right there, yeah. Raid for GMT Game Jam 2026. Weird. Let's figure that out real quick. I'm gonna play it, but I wonder what's going on there. Let's try that again. Submissions. Weird. Yeah, I wonder what was happening. I didn't have any filters or anything. Anyways, yeah, it seems to work, so no worries there about people not finding your game. It's showing up. Yeah, so it looks kind of like Fruit Ninja a little bit. I think I got the old audio running from this old game. And I'll give it a shot here. Move the mouse, slice, love it. One control. That's what I want. And I'll see if I can get this maximized differently on here. This is like Unity in general. I was always having trouble with that kind of stuff. This looks great. You get the badge here and everything. I am on a 21:9 monitor, so the resolution's a little different for me. So if it looks funny, I'll like not maximize it. I can see it's clipping a little bit, but just let me know if I'm playing the game if it's like clipping off something important. It might be. Looks like it's clipping off some of the bottom. So I'm gonna do this. Can I zoom in this way maybe? And like I'm the weirdo with a weird sized monitor here. There we go. And I'll do this. I'm going to refresh it too in case I missed some important tutorial. Bigger crystals give more points. I got it. Slice clocks avoid bombs. Got it. Objects explode when fully grown. I think I got it. All right. To be fair, I've never played Fruit Ninja before. I know about it, but I don't have like some of the affordances of Fruit Ninja, maybe. So I'm thinking I don't want to slice the bombs. This is very smooth. Oh, dang it. No. Yeah. Okay, I'm eyeballing the countdown. I was looking for the countdown timer. I see it up there in the upper left. Heck yeah. Okay. So we got 39, 17,000. I'm going to do better this time. I think right away, something that I think would improve it a lot is a little more juice on the slicing and the points and the gathering. Because, like, I want to hear, like, a whooshing, shing, you know, and a score going up and stuff like that. I think if you were going to improve it more, having a little more sound design there would help. Because I really like the background music. It's very, like, jazzy and, like, lo-fi sounding. But this is, like, a high-stakes, frantic kind of thing. So, I think maybe just a little bit of change of sound design, I think, could go a long way with this one. This is looking super clean, though. It's really responsive. The performance is good. The colors are really appealing. I'm able to read the different shapes very clearly that I'm looking at. I like how the bombs are like the same shape as the other elements, so it's like almost tricking me into slicing the bombs. Ooh, I missed that clock. And the tension of, like, when I see a clock, it's like, don't do it yet. It's nice because it makes me like track it in the corner of my eye. So I really like how you have to wait for things to sort of stack up to the maximum level before too late. And I'm surprised I'm able to play this with like a mouse, because I thought like this would be probably pretty good with your finger on a phone or a tablet or something. But like with a mouse, this is feeling pretty good. It'd be interesting to see how it controls. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat because I'm just so focused on the game right now. I can't take my eyes off of it. Oh, now I'm falling apart. I would wonder, like, how would it feel if you had to hold down your mouse to do the cutting, and if you weren't holding down your mouse, it wouldn't cut? That might be bad. I'm just curious, like, how that would change up the game a little bit. Because I think my assumption is when you're playing Fruit Ninja with a phone, like, you can pick up your finger, right? And then you're kind of tapping down as you move around. Here I have to kind of like move around the obstacles, but I think that's also fun about it too. Oh, I forgot for a second that like I lost score when pieces maximized. I thought it was just gonna be the clocks at first, but that's everything. So I need to make sure I cut everything. I have been mostly focusing on the clocks and the bombs, and the other things are just kind of like, I just make sure I try to get to them if I can't get to the other ones. I also really like how the clocks, like, they have the yellow state of the perfect, where I have a second or two. So it feels like it's, like, just enough to be a good bonus window, and it's not too aggressive. Like, it feels good to kind of juggle it and get it in there like that. Man, I crushed it that time. 34, 90,000. I'm going to do this one more time, and I'm going to try to get better than that on there. But yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty good. The only thing I'd add is like I said, some of that sound stuff I think could go a long way. just to make it more explosive and juicy when I'm getting a good point, a good perfect score. And maybe like if a perfect sound made a different sound than like a good sound. So as I'm playing the game, I want to hear like like over and over again as I'm doing really good, getting the perfect pacing in there. And are there combos? I think there might be combos happening. It's hard for me to tell because I'm just so focused on playing. I'm seeing a times 20 on stuff. I think there are combos. So maybe it's like when I miss one, it resets my combo maybe. So that could be a sound design cue too, right? So if you give the player a reward sound for cutting something, like a more prominent one, you could have it go up in note each time the combo increases. So like dun 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 dun, and like make it sound like it's going up. And then that could build a lot of anticipation as they build their combo. And then when their combo resets, they'll also know it just by hearing it. And that way they don't have to necessarily be looking at a little number on there. I did way worse that time. And yeah, I wouldn't say messed up. It's just like this is already super clear. It's just like after the jam, if you wanted to add a couple more things to it, I think the sound's probably the number one thing I would vote for to improve it. Otherwise, the performance is great. It's very readable and clear. I know exactly what to do. The mouse control feels really good. The little swoosh, like that swoosh is doing great on there. The background looks like just cool enough. It's not distracting me, but it's like pleasing to see these like the yellow background and the streaks going through and everything like that. And I don't know. I've seen a couple other people do it where they give a high score table, even if you don't have like real high score where it's real people's scores, like just saying like me as the developer, my high score was 50, and then like make up like your friends or something. And just if I saw that and I saw that the high score was, let's say, like 50 and I had 34, that could motivate me to want to go in and be like, okay, I know I can do better to get the 50 or something like that. But yeah, the global leaderboard would go really hard. We've got somebody in the group who did we're in a couple of us are in an indie game clinic Discord server, and one of the members did this game that's like aggregating clicks from everybody and like global leaderboards, and it's driving everyone to click the game more and more and more, and it's pretty neat. But yeah, I think a local high score could be pretty good for that one too. But anyways, that was super good. I think that's like a mega clear presentation, and it looks very crisp. It performs well. I knew exactly what I was doing in the game, so I think that was pretty good. But I think that's all I'm gonna do for today. I gotta go do some game dev myself, but I just wanted to play through some games. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sharing games, and I'll probably do a couple more tomorrow, maybe. But yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. See y'all later. See you, Pangbot.